Howdy, I'm Jon Bleicher. I'm doing lamp work in the Crystal Forge, and today we're going to make a frog out of borosilicate glass. The torch is running at about 3,500 degrees, and the melting point of borosilicate glass is in the range of 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm making the blank out of a cobalt blue core with English ivy and a little bit of unobtainium over the top. And now with the drill, you're going to see a design appear as the glass approaches about 2,500 degrees. It starts moving. And voila. No terrible accidents have happened yet with the drill, but there's still time. My doctor's over there standing by. He's an infectious disease doctor, so I have my COVID covered. And you can see the pattern. So the English ivy glass is called a striking glass. That means it changes color with the varying amounts of heat and oxidation in the flame. And there we have the base of a frog. Good to put hot scraps of glass where they won't hurt anybody. Is this a good time to thank my sponsors?
Sure.
I want to thank Kim, my producer, for building up the marketing here at the Hot Shops. I want to thank Ed, who's the boss here at the Crystal Forge. Founded it how many years ago, Ed? And he's been melting glass in this shop ever since. He's been an amazing mentor, providing nothing but love and encouragement. And then the Hot Shops community. I could do this in my garage, but I choose to come down here for the community and the support and the love and the interaction and the ideas. It's amazing. So voila, one frog. They start with a kind of a egg-shaped or lemon-shaped base, and then if I can find my tool, they have a median crease, which is a little tricky sometimes. Get this piece nice and hot to where it moves about 2,500 degrees is a good moving temperature. And then we make the frog's median crease right there. Cool. Back in the flame so it won't crack. That would make a good insect as well, or a nice pendant. Thanks to Vice President Pence, I am going to expand on my insect making abilities. Been trying to make a good fly for years. So anyway, the face of the frog is next, starting with the eyeballs. And I use my Peter tweezers, make a symmetrical brow. That's okay, it's not bad. And then the eye sockets get filled in. that. Little mass. Keep the piece warm so it doesn't crack. Little insurance heat. And then the eyeball Murini is made in a separate section. It's got the detail of the eye socket in there, the iris and the pupil. And that has to cool a minute, and then snaps off. Other side. And two nice eyeballs. Beautiful. When you're making frog lips, very important. Bondu Dunham was my instructor at Penland Craft School, and he said you have to make the right sound, just like that, to get the frog lips right. It's good. A couple of nostrils are next. That's a nice frog. We're going to, I was going to stretch him out a little bit. He's a little bit compact. So that means heating up the entire body like that, symmetrical heat, and then actually gravity should take care of the rest. Or if you want a more controlled pull, you can attach a little handle like that, just a cold seal, and give it a little bit of traction. Because I misspoke, frogs aren't lemons, they're more like tadpoles. They're a little bit longer and skinnier at the base. To make a borosilicate frog requires at least 100 fails. In my case, probably more. And you never know. Each one could be a new fail. I'm going to go ahead and begin the legs. That took 100 fails right there just to get the legs and the feet right. To join two pieces of borosilicate glass, it helps if they're about the same temperature, and then they make a very solid joint when they come together. We'll probably go back and fuse that with a mini torch. Make it very solid. No acute angles. Smooth is strong is the mantra. So I'm kind of gathering up a little bit of a biceps type of muscle in this guy. Give him a little bit of muscle and thickening of the what would correspond to the humerus in a human. Fatten it up. So I just melt it down a little bit and give it some gravity. Gives it a little texture and a little character. Bend it into an elbow joint like that, and then gently, gradually, with a little prayer, pull out the leg and one finger, like that. Put a little insurance heat into the body. It's easy to get distracted and forget, and then your piece will crack if it gets too cold. A couple more toes. That one melted. Little tremor. It's good. There we go. We'll go back and doctor that up in a little while. Get the other leg put on. So again, a solid union between two pieces of borosilicate require that they be approximately the same temperature. And we don't want any legs breaking off down the road. So it's best to get it done right the first time. We thicken up the biceps muscle a little bit. If that's what it's called in a frog, I'm not quite sure. But it looks good. We give them a nice elbow joint definition. And then leg and a forearm and a toe and two more. And we'll square that up in a bit. Kind of funny looking, but not terrible. I've done much worse. So I have to weld the joints here so that they're very smooth and strong. Otherwise the toes break off. A little bit of focused heat from the mini torch. Don't want any acute angles in there. That's pretty easily done. Makes it a lot stronger piece and better looking. And making the joint there at the shoulder joint a little solider, more solider. Try not to burn your hand while you're doing this. So far, so good. Anyway, there we go, half a frog. Kind of like to put a little bit of a knee joint on there. Just pull up a little point. Maybe. There we go. Like that. Contralateral. A little bit trickier to get to. Got it. And then you can put ankle joints on there sometimes too. Doesn't hurt. That one's fine. There. Better. Little bit of insurance heat. I think he'll stand up. Heat the tool so it doesn't crack the glass. Remove the handle. There's a little drop of glass there where the handle came off. Admire him for 1 minute before he goes in the oven. Ta-da! Thank you very much. Goes into a 1,000-degree oven to anneal for at least an hour. Thanks for watching a YouTube video, and you can see the whole series on YouTube in about a month when I get them out there. Thanks.